I'm so excited to show this to you. So, after a very, very, very long wait, I can finally show you guys the third edition of my deck, the Brady Tarot. This was not an easy one, but I think that it was worth all the challenges, and I hope that you will also agree with that. I'm just showing what each side looks like. So the belly band, it shows like, let's see if I can get it to focus. Okay, mean. Well, it says what lies within. 80 satin finish cards printed on 330 GSM black core cardstock with matte. This one has the matte black edges. Hardcover and digital copies of the full color guidebook written by Rachel Pollack and Emmy Brady. Buster, don't mind my cat meowing in the background. And a fold-out poster of the box art. So, without further ado, you just take that belly band off, and then you have a box. And this is like, this feels substantial, right? Like it's got heft to it, and it feels very sturdy and well built. Each side is the different elements, and then on the spine here in gold, you can see, let's see, it has the Brady Tarot logo on it. And then on the back, it's the card backs. Something that I really liked about the first and second editions was having the box basically be free of any kind of text or barcodes. I just feel like it interferes with being able to interact, with the deck. So then each side, like I was saying, it has each of the 4 elements, and then the corresponding card borders on each side as well. Air, and then earth. And so it's kind of hard to see when you first get it, but it does open on the fire side, and you just push it. This is kind of, it was a little bit, it surprised me how kind of seamless it was, so you just pop it open, and then and you open it up, and it's got even more of that gold. You've got the 4 elements, and then again the card backs, and then the book is nestled in here. And it's got the Hermit on it, and then on the side here has the title, the Brady Tarot Expanded Guidebook, and Pollock and Brady. This is the first time that I've published a book with my name on it, which is super exciting. It has a Cult of Weaver's Press on the back here, and you can see it's the card, or the borders. Okay, so the book I am so pleased with, and I'll open that up in a minute, but first I also want to show you guys these cards, because this black core cardstock was not cheap, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So you have 2 options for the edges. This one is the black, and this is my personal favorite, and this is going to be my deck. And then you also have the option of the gold, and it's a matte gold. It does kind of have a glitter to it. I had tried to get, that kind of flat foil gold like in the box, but it just doesn't wear as well, and so I want something that's going to stick around for a while and hold up with use. So that is why I went with the matte gold. So each of these decks come with, or the cards, it's in 2 piles, and this is like a really dense foam with that like velvet finish in it. I kind of went back and forth about how I wanted to do this box, but I wanted to be able to include the book and have the book actually be full length, and so the 2 piles just made the most sense. So, these just feel so good. I'm going to move that out of the way. So these just feel so good in the hand. Let's see. I can't riffle shuffle, but I think that, with this black core cardstock, it is too hard. Oops. I'm kind of like, my hands are really small, so I really struggle with anything other than that kind of shuffle, personally. But yeah, it feels really nice. So the cards are finished with like this kind of matte satin, where it doesn't stick together like the kind of rose petal or soft touch matte. I'd say, it doesn't glide in the same way as a high gloss would, but it definitely feels like the shuffling experience for me is better than the last 2 editions in my experience, or in my opinion. Again, don't mind my cats running around the background. Oh, these feel really nice. Yeah. So, unlike the first and second edition, these actually are a slightly different like ratio, and it's closer to the actual ratio of the original images. So they may look a little bit funny, I think, if you're used to the other cards, but this is actually what the original pieces look like. So I also have sorry, my cats are freaking out. I don't know what they're doing. I have 2 new cards in here as well that I'm gonna try to find for you. The printing looks really good. I can't get over like how nice these cards are. They're definitely thinner than the last 2 editions, and it's not like by a lot, but it's thin enough that it makes a difference, and it feels really good. It feels very quality. Everything about this project feels really high quality, which is what I was going for. So I'm very happy about that. Let's see. It's going to be the last 2 cards, I bet. Okay. Okay, hold on. Here's one of them. This is one of the new cards, and it's the Great Mystery card. Let's see if autofocus will behave. Come on, autofocus. That's a little bit better. And then the other one is a new version of Strength, which really creating this 3rd edition has required a strength that I really think, I didn't realize that I had. And I'm still kind of discovering it, but it has definitely been a big lesson of this edition. Here we go. There we go. Oh, now autofocus wants to behave. I see how it is. So that's the new strength card. Definitely my giant pile of cards here. So that makes the new edition, instead of 78 cards, like the first two editions, there's 2 new ones, so it's 80 cards. I just love this matte black so much. It just looks and feels so nice. I feel like it goes well with all the black. In the images themselves, you know, with relief printing, there's a lot of black in it if you don't carve away everything. Alright. Right, so then the book, I'll just do a quick flip through with that. Oh, that's right. So you know it's going to be good because it has a fold-out poster. When I was a kid, I knew that, like, whatever book I was looking at was going to be awesome when it had, like, a fold-out piece to it. So you can do whatever you want with it. And the back, of course, is a card back. Okay, so... yeah... so you've got a table of contents, you got the artist statement with a giant typo there. Oh no! Oh well. Yeah, so there's a 2-part foreword that is new to this edition that I wrote. One is about working with Rachel, which was really an incredible experience, and I hope that you read that. And then the other is about reversals, because one of the big things that I did in this edition, one of the things that took the longest, other than, you know, learning how to do InDesign and then doing the whole, all the layout on my own, was then I added reversal interpretations to each of these entries. So all the entries are still in Rachel's words, you know, from here basically to here in the Magician, but then the reversals are all in my words. The edges here are all the, it shows what element the card is, and so when you're like flipping through it, you know, okay, so the, of course, with the major arcana, it's going to be a bunch of different ones, a bunch of different elements mixed together, but then you can see, oh, there's one little white line there, and that is where the minor arcana starts. And here's the introduction for that. And then this is the other thing that I've added to it. So at the beginning of each element, or each suit, I have a little intro about each of them and like why I chose the suit designations that I did. Because I do get questions about that, and I think, in particular, feathers, and why it's fire, not air, and I think that I hope that all of this will answer the questions. So yeah, when you're flipping through, right, and you're like, okay, this is all, you can tell that it's all major because it's all different elements on the side, but then here, you're flipping through and it's like, oh, this is all feathers, right, fire. And then here we go, oh, here we go, horns, arrows, and roots. I just love how this turned out. Such a labor of love, and I hope that you'll agree. The ebook is really cool too. There's an interactive element to it that is really fun, and it comes with the deck. There's a QR code in the back, which I've covered up because pay artists for their work. Yay. Right. So then that's a book. And that's the deck. And I hope that this answers any questions. And thank you guys so much, of course, for all your support. And I hope that you love the deck when it arrives. Thank you.